What's up, guys? Welcome back to Paradise. Bonnie Blue is an OF creator. She's a spicy influencer. She makes mature content. I have to skirt around certain words because YouTube doesn't like them. Now, usually I'm pretty indifferent to OF creators and that type of content. I generally think if you're an adult, you can do whatever you want with your own body and your own time. And you know, a lot of people will say that OF girls like Bonnie Blue are ruining society. But I think that's kind of sexist and reductive because there are like thousands of men that are paying for and encouraging that content. Society's already ruined. However, Bonnie Blue is operating on a scale the likes of which I have never seen. She's probably most well known for having fun with 1,000 men in 12 hours.
This is what my face looks like after taking 1,000 men less than 12 hours ago.
Which you have to admit is kind of impressive. Whether or not you agree with it morally or ethically, this is world record territory here.
You slept with 1,000 men, not 999 in 12 hours.
Yeah, well, 1,057. I hit the 1,000 and there's still 57 men queuing. I couldn't say to them, sorry guys, I know you just put in a long shift waiting, you brought your packed lunch, you need to go home. Of course, I was like, welcome in.
I'm just curious about like the logistics of that. Like, what counts as one guy? Does he have to complete himself? Like, what if he can't? Does security just drag him out? Sorry, buddy, we gotta move on. Next! Here she is giving a pre-game speech to the team.
I want you to have a good time. Like, I don't want it to seem like, I don't know, intimidating. If you don't want a camera shoved in your face, like, just tell people, like, this is for you. Do you know what I mean? Like, I know, obviously I have to film it, it's how I earn my money, but I want you to have a good time. So, and if there's anything you want to try, like, I want it to be fun. Like, 'cause everyone I meet as well was always so nice. Like, I don't want it to be a, do you know what I mean? I just want you to have a good time, basically. But yeah, you're welcome to spit on me, slap me, make me yours today, because that's who I am. If you do get nervous and whatever else, like, please don't worry, it's fine. I'll see you soon.
This is like the Mighty Ducks for gooners. I would also like to add that every man going to an event like this is a complete loser. Like, obviously, right? But I really want to make that clear. These are sorry excuses for men. And the face mask, dude, like, come on. Just cowardly. Look at this guy, nodding along to everything she says. Yes, coach. Sometimes you'll see OF creators post a picture with like their #1 subscriber or whatever, and everyone will make fun of those guys because they're gooners. But at least they have the decency to show their face. Look at this guy, for example.
Cheesecake. Apple pie. Chocolate chip cookies.
Say what you will about him, but at least he owns it. He is a disgusting gooner, and he wears that like a badge of honor. Those other guys aren't doing that. There are also other influencers doing the same type of thing that Bonnie Blue is doing. Phillips comes to mind. She's kind of Bonnie's arch nemesis. While back, Lily had fun with 100 guys in a day. Holy shit, Black Panther was there. There's a documentary about it on YouTube if you're interested. And she did seem pretty broken after the whole affair, which, like, obviously.
I think sometimes like feeling so like robotic, like by the, I think like the 30th, you know, like when we're getting on a bit, I've got like a routine of like how we're going to do this. And like, it just, sometimes you'd like disassociate and be like, you know, like it's not like normal things at all.
Kind of bums me out a little bit, not gonna lie. You might be thinking, 100 guys? That's rookie numbers. But Lily did go on to beat Bonnie's record with a whopping 1,113 men in 24 hours. This is like the space race for gooners. Bonnie went on to call Lily jealous, saying she stole her idea. This is like one of the strangest beefs I have ever seen. Look, I'm not going to pick a side or anything, but I am just now realizing that me and Lily Phillips share the same last name, so that is a piece of information. Sophie, whom you may know as the matriarch of the Bop House, has also had beef with Bonnie Blue. Sophie said that Bonnie is ruining OF for everyone, and it's no longer about female empowerment. But like, was it ever, really, overall? Maybe there's a case that can be made that it is, in some cases, good for female empowerment. But I just don't really think that's the case most of the time. She also flexed her earnings on Bonnie Blue, saying she didn't have to go to nearly the same lengths that Bonnie did to get an insane amount of money. Again, just like insane rivalry happening here. Everyone's a freak till a real freak shows up. You can think what you want about Bonnie Blue at this point. I think the 1,000 guys stunt was weird. I think it's bad to dehumanize yourself and cater yourself to the lowest common denominator of guys. I mean, just look at these guys. But that was only the tip of the Bonnie Blue iceberg. And spoiler alert, It's about to get worse. One of her first stunts, actually, was having fun with a bunch of barely 18-year-old boys.
18's young enough for me.
How many 18-year-olds have you slept with?
Oh my gosh. I'd probably say like half of my sex count is from 18-year-olds.
Big man ting.
18-year-olds.
Big man ting indeed, bro. I think it's worth noting that Bonnie Blue claims to be 25, though there are a lot of people disputing this claim.
Bonnie Blue is not 25, and I have proof.
She basically claims that Bonnie says that she worked as a consultant, but it was at a time where, according to Bonnie, she would have been 16 to 17. And a consultant is generally a job like where you're kind of an expert in the field, and you would require a little more experience than any 16 to 17-year-old would or probably could have. This, combined with the fact that she does not really look 25, at least to a lot of people, makes it all kind of suspicious. The reason I'm bringing this up is that I feel like the older Bonnie Blue is, the weirder the whole 18-year-old thing is. After getting some criticism for this, Bonnie did respond, saying like, we send 18-year-olds to war, so this is fine. Which at first to me sounded like a fair point, but then it's like, two things can be bad at the same time. She also seems to really play into the whole predator angle, which is just not good.
Don't think I've gone young enough. Yeah, I want the most barely legal 18-year-old. Ideally just 30 seconds past midnight.
I'm not religious at all, but she might actually be a demon, I think. This is a biblically accurate succubus. But I also feel like 18, as a guy, I feel like that's old enough, like, where that decision is on you.
You are one of Bonnie Blue's 18-year-old victims.
Yes, not victim, because I enjoy it.
I was 18 like 2 years ago, and this is not something that I think I would have done. She also came under fire for bringing a younger girl with her to one of her stunts.
Like, I was freaking out. Like, if you do see a clip, I'm actually like this the whole time. Like, I brushed her hair.
But you were in the scene with all the guys.
Yeah, the hate is unreal, and I do regret it. I love her to death and her managers, but I'm so traumatized.
Yeah.
Imagine 25 are around you and you're like this.
Yeah, no, I don't even want to think about that at all. I saw that and immediately I was like, I felt like you shouldn't have been invited there.
She makes this sound really bad, but she was 23 when this happened, according to famous birthdays at least, so I mean, I feel like that's kind of on her. I still think every man in that room is just as bad as them though, if not arguably much worse. Now we get into what is arguably Bonnie's biggest controversy, the petting zoo. Now what is the petting zoo, you may be asking in fear? It's just as bad as it sounds.
I'm doing Bonnie Blue's petting zoo in June.
What's a petting zoo? Do I want to know?
Yeah, I mean, you can come and watch.
I'm good.
I am going to be tied up in a glass box. The public can come and use me in multiple ways.
Once again, I'm impressed, because how do you even think of something this vile?
Why the box? You could just do it in a room. It just adds another element to it.
Because there's going to be some people that just want to stand back and watch. I want it to be like a zoo. I want it to be different. It's like a piece of art.
Okay.
My first thought is, how do you get a permit for that? It just doesn't seem like something that you could legally do in a public setting. My second thought is, holy shit, that is incredibly disgusting and dangerous. This is everything wrong with the 1,000 men thing, just dialed up to 11. The plan was for it to be 2,000 men this time, probably to spite Lily Phillips. I don't even know what to say, dude. It's just so fucking gross. And that's definitely the point. Her goal with doing something like this is to get as much attention as possible and as many people to talk about her as possible. And it worked. I'm talking about her right now. She didn't end up going through with it though, thank God, because she was banned off of OF. Do you realize how insane you have to be to get banned off of that website? It's crazy. She's breaking records, bro.
I've had to cancel Bonnie Blue's petting zoo, but I don't want to disappoint anyone that was excited. So I'm going to do the craziest, most filthiest live stream ever. And I cannot...
Apparently, 10,000 men signed up for this as well, which is just so bleak. Release that list, I say. I think every single one of those guys should probably be on a registry if they're not already. I mean, just again, it's hard to even fathom. How can you wake up, get out of bed, brush your teeth, go travel to this event, wait in line at this event, and not once think to yourself, maybe there's something better I could be doing with my time. Maybe I'm a disgusting human being for engaging in this. It's a good thing she didn't do the stunt though, because she probably would have died if she did. Shocker, I don't think any of this is empowering. I don't think anyone should spend their entire existence catering themselves to men who only view them as an object. It's not empowering, it's dehumanizing, and it's sad. Bonnie Blue's express goal seems to be to set women back like 1,000 years. From everything I just talked about to saying that she would get with a graper, I know that's like super cringe, but I can't say the real word because YouTube doesn't like it.
Would you knowingly sleep with a
Yes. I would.
Sake.
To doing a podcast with someone like Andrew Tate.
Have you slept with 1,057 women?
At least.
So are you quite similar?
Absolutely not.
Why not?
Because it's the male's prerogative to impregnate as many females as possible.
Holy shit, send the meteor, bro. That combined with everything else is just like the cherry on top. It's like the nail in the coffin. Look, obviously I don't really think that Bonnie Blue is a good person necessarily, but that doesn't mean that I don't feel sorry for her. I just think, like, what has to happen, you know, in someone's life, someone's childhood, to make them do these things, to make them turn out this way? And I don't want to make any accusations or assumptions, but I think the answer to that question is nothing good, probably. I think what Bonnie Blue is doing is bad, but I wouldn't say that she's ruining society. I think that Bonnie Blue is simply a byproduct of society. I don't think you can criticize Bonnie Blue without also criticizing the hundreds of thousands of men who are enabling her. And I feel like if you asked any of those guys that are standing in the queue for Bonnie Blue, they would say that they're not nearly as bad as her. You know, they're just taking advantage of the service that she's providing. But I would say they are much worse. But what do I know? Thank you for watching. If you made it this far, I really appreciate it. This is the most passionate I've been about a video in a while. I don't know what that says about me. And I know I'm like super late to this topic, so I wasn't even going to cover it, but my distant cousin Lily actually just told me I had to, so